Welcome YouTube family to another episode of Lady Tiz Exotics. Thank you for joining and tapping into it again and again and again. Appreciate all of you who has now gotten me over 700 subscribers, and now we're on our way to that 1,000 subscriber mark. So please, when you stop through like a lot of you do, please just hit the subscribe button. And there's great content, as you can see. If you look at my past videos, you know, what's happening over here is definitely just not the typical. It's definitely some amazing animals, some amazing content, and then just 30 plus years of experience that's really is educational, whether it's education for yourself or education for a child that you may have that may want to get into certain reptiles, and maybe you're not sure or they're not sure. I like to give that clarity to let you know, the things that you would need to know to support yourself or your child in this reptile adventure. So I do want to shout out a couple people. This week I received some stickers from these sites, which is one of my High Desert Python Patreon buddies, and Hades Hertz. Thank you for these, Derek. And I also received some stickers, and you know guys, I just love the branding of Herp Collectors. My brother Mike, thank you Mike. And Mike is also not just one of my regular reptile brothers, but he's also a Ozzy Boids Patreon family member for me as well. So thank you Mike, and shout out to SD Designs, who actually did Mike's rebranding, and I am a big fan of Herp Collectors. And check him out on Thursdays 8 p.m. He goes live on YouTube every Thursday 8 p.m. and he has some amazing guests as well. So this week the focus is going to be on showcasing you guys my boa constrictors. Again, I started doing these this month because of a request from some of the viewers who wanted to see some of the animals they didn't know that I even owned, because you know I show my reticulated pythons all the time because they're my art. But there's so many other animals, so I tried to definitely cater to that request, and so this week is going to be all about my boas. So first up is Keiko's, and Keiko's is my pastel dream master tail sharp albino boa constrictor, and he was purchased from R&R Boas. He is about 3 years old now, and he is definitely my first and favorite boa constrictor to date. And Keiko's actually was purchased to be one of my first breeding males, and so every boa constrictor that I purchased that was female after I purchased him had to be able to be comparable with Cakes. Cakes was also the only boa I ever had until recently that was a Huffy baby, and we worked that out of him really, really fast. He has never bitten me at all, but he was definitely a little testy little baby, very defensive when I first got him. And Keiko's is named after my favorite island, the place that someday I hope to have a vacation home, Turks and Caicos. And if you can recall, with my breeding male video, I have a male named Turks, so I named him Turks, but Keiko's was always named Keiko's, and I loved his color, and so he just looked more like a Keiko's than a Turk, so that's how he got the name Keiko's before I even got Turks. So alright, so that is again my Keiko's, and he is my Pastel Dream Monster Tail Sharp Albino from R&R Boas. Okay guys, so next up is Romeo, and Romeo is in deep shed, so we're not going to keep him out long. As you can see, he's in complete blue right now. He got the name Romeo because he was just so handsome. He had a little mustache as a baby, so you know, Romeo, Juliet, that's where his name comes from. But Romeo was purchased as a true Colombian red tail boa imperator or imperator, everybody pronounced that differently. And of course we know they're not true Colombians if that's the case, but that's what he was sold as. He was sold to me by William, I can't even say his last name, Gamini maybe, but anyway, that's where Romeo is from. And again, one of my favorite bulls as well. He was the second male Boa Constrictor that I purchased. Really sweet snake all the time, even in shed, as you can see. So like I said, I'm not going to keep him out long because I want him to just be comfortable. But that's our Romeo. Okay guys, so this is one of my female boas, and she is named Chaco, which is named after me. Chaco was one of my childhood nicknames. And so Chaco is from A-List Animals, and she was sold to me as a possible super hypo jungle motley het sharp albino, which was perfect to pair to Keiko's, which is the first one that you saw, the Pastel Dream Monster Tail sharp albino. And this girl is very active compared to my other mature boas. She is also 3.5 years old. She'll be 4 years old in January, and hopefully ready to breed by then. I don't have any rush with breeding the boas. I want them to be fully developed and fully prepared to carry live babies, because as you know, they don't produce eggs, they actually produce live babies, and we want the snakes and the babies to be very healthy. So she's an excellent eater. She is one of my garbage disposals. Like I said, super, 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 super active all the time. Nosy. She's normally at the glass, trying to see what's going on outside of the glass. But again, that's Chaco, and she's my female Pie Super Hypo Jungle Motley Sharp Het Sharp Albino. There she goes. And she literally, as you guys, I don't know if y'all can see, she always kind of wraps around my entire body. Very innocently though. Now she's coming over my shoulder. Oh, she is so funny. As you can see, very active compared to Keiko's and Romeo. So next is going to be two very special boas to me. But they also was purchased in mindset of the boas that I already had for future breeding plans, also in thoughts of pairing them to each other. So stay tuned. Okay guys, so this is Desire. She's my female blood 66% sharp boa, and she is recently purchased not too long ago from Ozzy Boids, her and her brother who's up next. Alright guys, so this is Fire, and he is the male blood 66% sharp boa, and he is the sibling of Fire, who you already saw. And both of these were purchased in the mindset of definitely pairing to each other at one point once they mature, but they can also pair with Keiko's, who is the male Pastel Dream Monster Tail Sharp Albino. and Chaco, who is the Pod Super Hypo Jungle Motley Het Sharp Albino. So again, that was Fire and this is Desire. And that's all the boas today, guys. So I'm very excited to be able to get this out to you guys. It's something that, you know, like I said, was requested, and I'm trying to commit to doing it because we have so many more animals to get through. But those are the boas. And just wanted to add, guys, before I go, please remember to subscribe. Subscribe. Many of you come and you view. Please subscribe. The content is going to always be amazing. You guys are people who return to view. So if you can just subscribe, it helps me and my goals and the things that I would like to do to better inform people about animals and reptiles in this hobby. And then if you like it and you need to share with someone who may be on the fence about a certain animal or need more education about a certain animal, that's a great reason for you to like and share as well. But I want to add that in the description of this video, you're going to see links for 2 charities. The first one is going to be the Susan G. Komen Cancer Walk donation request, and that's personally for me. As you guys know, I will be doing the 60-mile cancer walk again this year in San Diego, California, and your donations help sponsor me in that walk and help me keep my commitment to walk the 60 miles as well, because the $2,300 donation is part of my commitment to have people donate to the cause. And then I walk 60 miles. And the next one is going to be for St. Jude's, which St. Jude's collects and funds resources for children with cancer. And I need to say no more about that, right? Could you imagine being a parent who has a child with cancer, and the last thing you need to worry about is how to provide the care financially for your child, right? So St. Jude's help takes away some of those worries and woes for families who are actually fighting that fight with a child with cancer. So that is actually been led by Ozzy Boids, and Ozzy is actually taking the first $20,000 of this week's sales and donating that into St. Jude's, which is absolutely amazing. And you know, asking us to also support as well. So I'm asking you guys on behalf of Ozzy to pick a link, pick both if you like, but whether it's $1 or $1,000, please donate to one of those causes. But just like I said, the links will be in the description of this video. With that being said, thank you guys for tuning in and being so supportive always. Remember to check in to Reptiles and Cocktails, 1 o'clock p.m. every Saturday. My next guest next week is actually going to be a nice guest, someone that I admire, being a lizard keeper as well. And that's going to be Mike from Mike's Monitors. So definitely tap into that. But until I see you guys again, go on about your day, enjoy your families, and peace.